You might remember a few weeks ago the protests and counter-protest over whether Sarasota should be a sanctuary city. It got heated, and it turns out members of a fairly new alt-right group named the Proud Boys were right in the middle of it. Kate Flexter joins us with more on Proud Boys and what they are all about. Kate.
Thanks, Alan. Some say the group is a platform for hate speech, while others say the focus is solely on Western pride. We had a chance to speak with the group to find out.
No hate! No fear! Immigrants are welcome!
It was a protest over whether or not Sarasota should be a sanctuary city. And like many recent protests, things got heated. So much so that Juliana Musheyev of a progressive group called Answer Suncoast felt threatened by a counter-protester that she said invaded her personal space.
And of course, my heart sped up. I'm like, this man is next to me. He seems kind of provocative or provoking, and I walk away. I don't react, I just walk away, and he follows right after me. It was getting to the point where it could have become like a physical altercation.
Before it could, though, friends of Musheyev stepped in.
It could have gone badly, but it didn't. I'm glad.
Musheyev says the man was a member of an alt-right group called Proud Boys, formed just 1 year ago by co-founder of Vice magazine turned Fox News contributor Gavin McInnes. The Proud Boys Facebook page describes the group as a pro-Western fraternal organization in favor of minimal government, maximum freedom, anti-political correctness, anti-racial guilt, venerating housewives, and reinstating a spirit of Western chauvinism during an age of globalism and multiculturalism.
It's about reclaiming and understanding that American culture and Western culture in particular is something unique.
But some say it's a front for a white supremacist agenda, something production director of Proud Boy magazine Paul Bazile refutes.
We have no interest in hate groups. We have no interest in fascism. We have no interest in Nazism or racism.
The group made national headlines in a clash with far-left protesters known as Antifa in Berkeley, California, after reports of rock-throwing protesters who interfered with a scheduled appearance by former senior editor of Breitbart News, Milo Yiannopoulos. The protest quickly escalated, turning violent. By day's end, multiple arrests, nearly a dozen injured, and 7 hospitalized, according to police. Since then, the Proud Boys has formed a tactical branch of the group called the Fraternal Order of Alt-Knights, calling for those that, quote, possess the warrior spirit, although Bazile insists it's solely for protection.
This group is purely a defensive and protective group, purely. It has nothing to do with attacking people, and the only time they actually show up is when people are being attacked.
Investigative journalist for the Southern Poverty Law Center, Ryan Lenz, says determining who is behind the violence in those situations is hard to say.
This is a complicated question because the violence that those groups are associated with generally has been in moments of Antifa, counter-protests that turn violent.
The center has seen a resurgence in alt-right groups like the Proud Boys since President Trump was elected, particularly among young people.
While the ideas have a long history, there is certainly a new energy among the youth in this country, among the college-educated, among the college students.
Old ideas with new energy.
We do believe in free speech, except for hate speech.
Whether somebody agrees or disagrees with me, that's the exact reason we ought to be talking.
One thing both groups do agree on is the importance of free speech.
Kate, thank you. And coming up, someone who was at the protest and the response from the American Civil Liberties Union next on The Trapezoid.